Earlier in July, as the Southwest 1 Complex Incident Management Team took command of the Laguna Fire on the Santa Fe National Forest, we faced several challenges to our standard operational strategies for fire containment and suppression. The fire, determined to be caused by lightning, was initially reported in late June. By the second week of July, 3 events rapidly escalated the complexity of the fire, triggering the need for a CIMT organization. On July 11th, a large spot fire was detected, drastically increasing fire activity. On July 12th, 2 wildland firefighters working on the ground were entrapped and had to deploy their fire shelters. In the wake of both of those events, thunderstorms were forecasted for the next week, increasing the potential for the fire to enter the Chama River Canyon wilderness. As Southwest 1 CIMT assumed command of the fire on July 14th, we faced several factors requiring us to devise and implement dynamic operational strategies outside of the norm in order to both prioritize public and firefighter safety and reduce the duration and potential growth of the fire. Air operations on wildfire incidents most often include retardant or water drop operations to support suppression efforts on the ground and/or firing operations to support containment efforts on the ground. But both of those aerial operations tactics are normally only implemented when used in combination with attack from crews on the ground. On the Laguna Fire, one of our biggest operational obstacles was the land itself. Much of the rugged and rocky New Mexico terrain where we needed to operate was inaccessible by land. Additionally, a significant value at risk was the La Presa watershed, which provides water to the Rio Chama, Albuquerque, Abiquiu, and other surrounding areas. Using fire retardant in our aerial operations would pose a risk to this vital water source. Along with all of this, the forecasted weather continued to offer unfavorable conditions, increasing the need to utilize firing operations in order to decrease the duration of the fire and control where it burned while we contained it. Because of these unique challenges, instead of the standard method of backing up aerial firing operations with crews on the ground, we implemented a wet line. Along a barren ridge free from heavy vegetation where we could not get boots on the ground, our air operations branch helicopters dropped 205,000 gallons of water, creating the boundary line to hold our firing operations in the way that ground crews normally would be used. Meanwhile, we implemented firing operations by both helicopter and UAS drones, dispensing plastic sphere dispensers, ping-pong ball-sized pieces that are dispensed from the air to specific locations on the ground to ignite small areas beyond the current fire perimeter. These small areas are burned in a strategic mosaic pattern anchored to a natural control feature like the rocky slopes utilized on this fire, and forward toward the active fire line, breaking the fire's access to unburned fuel. The UAS drones offered a huge advantage as they were able to fly at night when helicopters cannot, and they were able to be more accurate because of their ability to fly lower and into narrower terrain pathways while eliminating the high safety risk that manned air crews would face in those circumstances. While the Laguna Fire certainly presented unique challenges to standard aerial attack strategy, our air operations branch rose to the task and their efforts effectively contributed to keeping the fire controlled while all of the team's sections worked together toward containment.